Far from shore in the coldest and most unpredictable waters on Earth, massive steel vessels push deep into the open sea. Out here, each cast of a giant net can haul in hundreds of tons of seafood, from shimmering tuna to deep-dwelling crabs and lobsters. But behind every million-dollar payday lies a reality built on danger. These crews face freezing winds, violent swells, torn gear, and split-second decisions that determine who makes it home. This isn't casual fishing. It's a high-risk operation powered by technology, instinct, and the grit of men and women who fight the sea for a living. So how do they do it? How do fishing fleets harvest staggering amounts of seafood in oceans that can kill without warning? This is the story of how giant nets at sea power a multi-billion-dollar global supply chain and the people who keep it alive. The world's biggest seafood harvests come from three brutal fronts. In Alaska's Bering Sea, crab boats battle freezing storms and decks coated in ice as they search for king crab buried deep in the dark. Off Canada's Atlantic coast, Nova Scotia and New Brunswick fleets pull heavy lobster traps through cold, fast-shifting currents where one wrong move can be fatal. Across the Pacific, massive tuna operations use sonar and decades of experience to locate fast-moving schools, casting nets that can pull in tons within minutes. Different oceans, different methods, but every crew faces the same reality: high-risk, heavy seas, and a global industry built on courage and precision. To understand the extremes, follow crab crews in the Bering Sea, where winter turns the ocean into a battlefield. Temperatures drop below freezing. Waves hit like steel walls. The deck ices over within hours. Yet this is where the hunt for Alaska's red gold begins. Massive crab pots, each over 660 pounds, are baited, tagged with GPS buoys, and dropped hundreds of feet to the seafloor. After 12-18 hours, the crew returns for the most dangerous task: hauling the traps back up. One wrong swing of the crane, one pot slamming the rail, one slip on frozen steel, any of it can be deadly. But every pot lifted carries a chance at thousands of dollars in crab. Some cages come up nearly empty. Others explode with king crab packed inside. This is the rhythm of the Bering Sea: brutal conditions, razor-thin timing, and the constant hope that the next pot holds the season's payoff. Across the continent, the icy waters of Nova Scotia and New Brunswick run on a different rhythm, one built on generations of lobster fishermen. Large commercial boats deploy hundreds of traps at a time, using GPS and sonar to locate the most promising grounds. Crew members work nonstop, hauling heavy cages through cold winds and rough surf. Every trap is checked fast. Undersized lobsters, released egg-bearing females protected the rest, sorted and stored in chilled seawater tanks. A strong trip can bring in 10-20 tons of live lobster, each one worth a premium. But just offshore, a quieter tradition survives. Small family boats still rely on memory local currents and time-tested intuition. With no cranes or electronics, they pull 100 to 150 traps a day by hand, working from dawn to dusk, supplying the freshest lobster to nearby markets. Two worlds. One industry high-tech fleets, powering exports, and small boats preserving a way of life that has shaped Canada's coast for centuries. In the vast Pacific, tuna fishing is nothing like trapping crabs or hauling lobster cages. Here, success depends on reading the ocean in real time. Veteran captains follow currents, temperature shifts, and even seabird patterns to locate fast-moving schools. Once coordinates are confirmed, the ship accelerates because being just minutes late means the tuna may have moved miles away. Industrial handlines are the tool of choice. Hundreds of single lines, each baited and dropped deep into the blue. When a tuna strikes, the impact is immediate. The pull is so violent that a fisherman can lose his grip and his safety if he's not prepared. Yellowfin and bluefin, weighing from 60 to over 400 pounds, fight with explosive strength. Hydraulic lifts help bring the fish aboard, but every catch must be chilled within minutes to qualify for high-end markets like Japan, where a single premium tuna can fetch tens of thousands of dollars. Tuna fishing is a race measured in seconds, a blend of instinct, precision, and sheer endurance on an ocean that never slows down. Once the nets, traps, or hand lines deliver their haul, the next battle begins preserving quality before the ocean takes it back. On every vessel, crab boats in Alaska, lobster boats in Canada, tuna ships in the Pacific, speed and temperature control determine the final value. King crabs and lobsters must stay alive from sea to shore. They're placed into chilled seawater tanks kept between 0-2 degrees C with constant oxygen flow. Any stress injury or temperature spike can cost thousands. Tuna once landed begin to lose quality within minutes. Crew members immediately ice the fish or transfer them into specialized cold holds to lock in the deep red sashimi-grade meat demanded by luxury buyers. At port, fleets of refrigerated trucks and processing plants take over, sorting and grading, cold washing, precision cutting, flash freezing for export. Each step must be executed with industrial precision to meet global market standards. From Alaska to Tokyo, from Nova Scotia to Shanghai, the journey of seafood depends on one rule. Quality isn't caught on deck, it's preserved every second afterward. Once the catch is aboard, the operation shifts to pure efficiency. Every second matters. Fish are sorted, graded, and chilled immediately because a small delay can ruin tons of seafood. Giant nets release their haul onto the deck crews, separate species at high speed, and hydraulic systems move everything into refrigerated tanks or ice slurries. At port, specialized trucks and processing plants take over. The best fish go straight to export markets. Others are filleted, frozen, or packaged within hours. From sea to shelf, the supply chain runs like a race against time where freshness equals value, and precision turns each haul into profit for a global multi-million-dollar industry. From frozen northern waters to the fast-moving currents of the Pacific, every catch is a reminder of one truth: the sea rewards only those who respect its power. Behind every ton of fish lies danger, skill, and a race against time that never truly ends. This industry survives on precision, grit, and people who return to the water day after day, despite the risks, despite the storms, because the ocean is both their livelihood and their legacy. And as long as the world demands seafood, these giant nets will keep rising from the deep, carrying stories of courage from the crews who dare to chase them.